Hi guys, welcome to Soul Connections here on Star Nations Radio Network through BeLive TV. I'm your host, Jo Labbé, and I am so glad to be here tonight. The energy is beautiful. Glad to see you. Hi Liz, nice to see you. Rob, hey, what'd you know, Jo? Oh, and Jill. Hello, Jo. Glad you're here on this planet now. Hugs. Hello, fellow travelers. Nice. Oh, good evening, Karen. Nice to see you. It's, we're having our gathering of people and connections. This is a show that's really all about healing yourself. I am just a channel. I am just a conduit to help you with your own healing. This is your opportunity to connect to your soul and clear out anything that you've been holding on to that doesn't serve you any longer. So it can be beliefs, patterns, ideas, thoughts. It can be relationships, events that have happened in your life. That you just are depleting your own energy by carrying it. So it's time to lighten your load, especially as Jill said, here we are, we're fellow travelers. And what is one of the best things for traveling is to pack lightly, right? Only pack what you can carry. And so this is a chance for you to kind of go through what you have in your energy closet and release it. So Neshi is saying hello, but Jill is saying my spinner is spinning and won't stop. Can't tell if I'm live. And Liz says, ugh, I have no audio. So if other people could let me know if they have audio on their end, so I know whether I need to try to do something on my end, because, sometimes in the full moon energy, we run into difficulty, and, we can all get spinning. Oh, nice, Taylor. Thank you. I'm glad to see you have audio. So, great, Mary Ellen. I'm glad yours is good. Thank you very much for you guys for letting me know. Thank you, Karen, also. So Liz, I would just say refresh your page. Yes. Neshi's saying I have audio and video. Just refresh the page. So that's a matter of just clicking out and clicking back in usually. It happens once in a while. It's happened to me a couple times where I was there early. And then when it went live, it's like I didn't quite get caught up with the live feed. So that may just be all that you need. So I'm hopeful for you that works. Hello, Robin. Good evening. Hi, Adrian. Glad you're here with us too. So I'm glad you guys are having sound. Like I said, we just had the full moon yesterday, and that energy can run for a few days. So it can impact us by, causing some technology glitches, which is okay. I did light my candle to Mercury. I have a specific candle to Mercury for communication. And I light it every show because I find, paying homage to the communication god is a good thing on days like this where the whole show depends on communication. Not only me with you, but you with your soul. So, oh, awesome, Liz. I'm glad you have sound now. Woohoo! Jill's is refreshing and not working. So we will find out whether Jill catches up with us or not. And sometimes, the universe is saying, there's a reason for everything. So this evening, we will be doing the healing in a few minutes. And one of the ways that we can get the healing out there to everyone, you guys have heard this spiel a couple times, really try to like or love the broadcast and share it on your page, because then that allows us to get the healing show out there to more people. It lets us basically get through the algorithms that Facebook has created to determine whether people who should see it or not. So the more you comment and the more you like and share, the more we show up in the news feed, and that's really helpful. So now she said Jill could log out from Facebook and log back in. And so she said, now it's okay here. It wanted her to go to an app. Yeah, you know, every so often it gets glitchy, like I said. And we are working through an app. We really are. Be Life TV is sort of created to work with Facebook. So, you know, there can be glitches on anything technology based, actually in any kind of based. So here we are. We're going to be doing the healing work tonight. Yes, thank you, Liz. That's a really great idea. Jill, if you're watching on your phone, you might have to close all of your apps and try again. That's actually very true, even if you're on your computer. If you have more than one thing open at a time, it sort of depletes the energy and sometimes doesn't allow you to get in. So when I'm broadcasting, okay, great, Liz is in. Jill is in. Thank you, Liz. When I'm broadcasting, I can only have this open because if I have anything else open, it depletes how much feed goes out to you guys. And I'm starting to learn all of that energy. And my poor little healer brain is like, is it a green light or is it not? So we're on a green light now. We will be doing healing. And then after the healing, I will be doing messages. And apparently it was a week for messages because I even did messages on the Tuesday chakra session show, which I wasn't expecting. But, you know, Spirit gives me guidance sometimes through other people. And that's kind of what happened. So tonight we're switching to a new deck. I used this yesterday as well. It's the Art of Love Tarot deck. And Denise Jarvie is the one who did the created the tarot, but Tony Salerno is the one who did the artwork. And I love that it says, I don't know if you can see it on this side, but on the side of the box, it says illuminating the creative heart. And I think that is really perfect for when we connect to our soul, because we really want to be in as much heart energy as we can do in the moment. And the creative heart is the one that creates and manifests all the wonderful things in our lives. So the more we can tap into the creativity connected to our heart and to our love energy, the more we can create really cool things in our lives. So I'm excited for that. So Rob says, I'm off and on. And if I drop, yes, please, for me and Julie. Yes. All right. And she says, yay, the Art of Love Tarot deck. I know the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. I would love to own the artwork, you know, as pieces in my house, or really I would love them in the sanctuary as well, because they just have a beautiful vibration. So I can't wait for you guys to see them because they're just, I'm so excited. They're really exciting. I can't wait to use them. So here we are. Let's get ourselves ready for our own healing. Yeah. And I'm going to start clearing noises. So for those of you who are new to the show, when you hear me make noises, that is when I'm clearing energy for the entire group. Whether you're watching live now or watching live in the future now, it's clearing the energy in any way, shape, or form. Hello, Nancy. Welcome to the show. Glad to see you. I was explaining to everyone a little before you got here that after we do the healing meditation, I will do a card draw. So I'd be pulling cards from the Art of Love Tarot deck. So if you would like a reading, all you have to do is type in yes, please. and I will pull a card for you when we're all done. So as I'm doing the healing, you will hear those clearing noises. They may sound like little burps or squawks, depending on how much energy and how deep it's been in there. You can set the intention to release anything that you are ready to let go of. So, if you've been having trouble with a particular pattern that's not working in your life, like, stress eating, you could let that go tonight if you wanted to. Or if you have a particular relationship that you really want to change the energy around, you can release that energy as well. So make sure that, if you would like to create some intention, go for it. Because that really makes you an active participant in your own healing journey. Lots of times there are things, blocks around money or something like that can be causing you difficulty. So let that all go. Oh, nice. Glad you are joining us, Deborah. I will pull a card for you when we're all done. So the first thing that we do is we get comfortable in whatever space you're in. If you are sitting, you want to make sure that your legs and your arms are uncrossed, and make sure if you're sitting lotus style on the floor, make sure that your legs are crossed evenly. If one is more crossed than the other, that can cause your circuit to overload, because we are talking about energy. So we don't want to cross two wires, if that makes sense to you. So really keep everything uncrossed. And we're going to start by connecting with the divine energy, however you perceive that. So whether you experience the divine as God or goddess, creator, all that is, the oneness, consciousness, or simply the divine, you want to begin to call that energy in for you. For we each have our own unique pathway to the divine that is ours. And so only you know how you connect to the divine energy. And just give yourself a moment to call that energy in for yourself.
Yeah.
And then ask the divine energy to create a bubble around you of infinite love and infinite light, allowing you to feel safe and protected as you go through this healing for yourself.
Yeah.
And depending upon the space that you may be in, you may want to create a second bubble of protection around the room or the area or the house or the building that you're in. Whatever feels right for you. Because we want you to have a moment of safety and security so that you feel peaceful and able to just allow the healing work to happen for you and with you.
Yeah.
And we set the intention that the healing done this evening or this day be for the good of all and harm to none, which includes ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're going to call in your spiritual team. So your angels, your guides, your ancestors, your animal totems, any ascended masters or master teachers, star beings, the great council, the star council, any energy, divine energy that is part of your spiritual team, and allow your whole team to come in. Don't limit it to the ones that you know. Allow yourself to expand your possibilities, to allow all the divine energy that you are able to connect with to come in and assist you this evening.
Yeah. Yeah.
You may begin to feel the divine energy above your head. It may feel like pressure, tingling. You may feel water. You may feel heat. You may feel cold. You may feel or just sense the light as it lingers above your crown, above the top of your head. And just take a moment to invite the healing in,
Yeah.
granting yourself permission to heal yourself with the divine in this sacred moment.
Yeah.
And allow the energy to begin to come in through your head, clearing any thoughts or ideas, to-do lists that are spinning in your head. Any energy that is distracting.
Yeah.
And also call back any energy that you have given away to others, or that you have stretched into the past or into the future, worrying about what could be or what could have been. Just bring yourself back into this moment,
Yeah.
calling back any pieces of yourself that you may have left elsewhere.
Yeah.
Now, as the energy clears in the sixth chakra, really allow your perception to clear, your intuition to open and expand. And ask that all of your senses be brought into balance so that when you make choices and decisions, you are using all the information that you are receiving through your senses and through your intuitive guidance, your inner guidance system.
Yeah.
Allowing you to see more clearly the nuances of the energy around you. And allowing you to be seen fully and completely by others.
Yeah.
Releasing any cloaks of invisibility.
Yeah.
And beginning to release any energy that is in your ears, blocking you from hearing clearly what others are saying to you, whether they are in physical form or non-physical form, so that you can receive messages and communication, hints and nudges from your spiritual team, your guardian angel. And allowing space for you to be heard clearly, so that when you ask for what you need, it is not only heard but understood. And releasing the energy from your jaw, all the words that you've bitten back, all the ways you have tried to control your environment, your relationships, yourself. And just taking a moment to release all that. Because in this moment, you are just being.
Yeah.
And releasing any energy where you feel others have controlled you, what you can say or what you can do or who you can be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And moving the energy down in your throat, making space for your authentic truth to be spoken and heard and received.
Yeah.
Opening space for you to authentically be who you are, with no need to be anyone else.
Yeah.
And all the ways that you creatively express who you are. Through writing, through music, through dance, through self-expression, your haircut, your clothes. Releasing from your neck and your shoulders all the stress and all the tension that you have been holding on to there. All the energy around doing rather than being.
Yeah. Yeah.
Releasing all the burdens and all the responsibilities that you've been carrying, that you have been shouldering for yourself and for others. Whether you chose to shoulder that or whether someone else gave it to you and placed it upon you. And just in this moment, all of that is not important. You can pick that up as soon as we're done. But in this breath, in this moment, allowing it to gently release.
Yeah.
Moving into the lungs and the heart, connected to the heart chakra. The beautiful green or pink colors that you may sense or feel in that area. Taking a moment to release any old disappointment, hurt, sadness, grief. Making way for forgiveness and compassion. First and foremost for yourself.
Yeah.
And then allowing it for others. And giving space for a new and expanded version of love to fill your heart. So that you are filled with self-love and divine love. Unconditional love that we long for
Yeah.
in many moments of our life. Moving into the heart chambers, to the upper right chamber, Sending healing to our inner child. And that part of us that holds many of the wounds or trauma from the beginning parts of our life. And releasing the responsibility and the burden from the inner child and taking that off so that our child can remember how to play, how to have joy and wonder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even excitement. And moving into the lower right chamber of the heart. And sending healing to our inner adult, responsible part of us.
Yeah.
We can sometimes take life a bit too seriously.
Yeah.
That can get caught up in the doing over the being and can come out of balance.
Oh. Yeah.
And moving into the lower left chamber of the heart and sending healing to our inner warrior. That part of ourselves that is here to fight for what we are meant to, as part of our mission. But releasing the sense of hypervigilance and always on the lookout for the next thing. Just allowing our warrior to be peaceful. Enjoying the comfort of peace.
Yeah.
Knowing it can be called into service when it's needed. But not right in this moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And moving into the upper left chamber of the heart. And really sending healing to our inner sage and our wise one. The aspect of our soul that we've carried from lifetime to lifetime, who holds our Akashic records.
Yeah. Yeah.
And holds the wisdom of the ages that we have accumulated.
Yeah.
So when we clean our communication with our sage, we are able to access even fuller, even deeper wisdom
Yeah.
that rides and resides within us.
Yeah.
And moving into your third chakra, right below your rib cage. And clearing away any anxiety, any fear or trepidation or worry that you may be holding on to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any regret or frustration and other forms of stress, overwhelm, panic that may be housed in there. And just allowing yourself to breathe in the divine energy to fill and clear those spaces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Releasing any judgment, any assumptions, any blame or guilt or shame.
Ja. Ja. Ja.
And releasing any energy that you may have picked up from other people or from your environment that is not yours. It's not your responsibility to carry someone else's energy for them.
Ja.
For even as a healer, we are here to heal ourselves and to guide others in their own healing. So really allowing that other energy to release. For it does not serve you, it does not serve them.
Ja.
And releasing any cords or attachments in the belly where others may be sending you energy that they don't want to deal with consciously or unconsciously,
Ja.
or any cords that are draining your energy and aren't fully in the divine light. And just allowing them to release wherever they are on your body.
Ja.
And you can visualizing them gently releasing and pushing out through your body, through your aura, and out. Freeing yourself and freeing the others that you may have been attached to.
Ja.
And filling those places with the divine love and light. So there are no holes left behind, nothing but fullness of self.
Ja. Ja.
And moving down into the second chakra, right below your belly button, and releasing any energy stored in there to anything blocking you from feeling all of your feelings fully. For your feelings are simply the radar of what is going on inside of you and around you. So honor that and allow them to be present.
Ja.
There are no right or wrong feelings, simply the feelings are.
Ja. Ja. Ja.
And bringing all of your relationship energy back to center. So there is an even give and exchange, an ebb and flow.
Ja.
For there is much energy in the giving as the receiving. And allowing the energy to move down into the first chakra, into the tailbone area in your legs. And releasing any energy that creates a sense of insecurity or a lack of safety, whether it is connected to finances or money, connected to food, connected to lack, or any energy that makes you feel the need to hold on to things too tightly, to hoard it for another day. And really just be rooted in who you are as a divine child of light. And you're always taken care of, nourished and nurtured, even when it seems like you aren't.
Yeah.
And now gently allowing the energy to go down through your hips, clearing your manifestation circuit so that you are able to create in your physical and your spiritual life with ease and grace.
Yeah.
And allowing it to move down your thighs and your knees.
Yeah.
Down your shins and your calves. Past your Achilles. And through your feet. And imagine your feet connecting deep in the earth with roots like a giant tree. Or you can imagine a cord coming out from your tailbone, going through the floor, through the foundation, through the earth, through all the rocks, past ancient civilizations, dinosaur bones, deeper and deeper within the earth,
Yeah.
allowing you to be fully grounded and fully rooted here, allowing gravity to work with you to push that released energy down into the soil so that Mother Earth can compost it and turn it into new and beautiful energy for creating fresh air and fresh water and food and trees and shelter for all the beings who occupy this planet. And as the energy reaches the center of the earth, that molten lava center, the heartbeat of the Earth Mother herself, allow the energy to wrap around something sturdy, anchoring you or connecting you right with the heart, like a giant umbilical cord.
Yeah.
And then we gently call up the divine feminine energy, the energy of the mother, to begin to fill in all those places where we released energy. You may experience that as a warm honey feeling, or you may experience it as thick like mud. Just allowing that energy to begin to come in through your feet, filling in all the places where you let go of old energy and made room for new wonderful things to happen for you. And feeling it fill in your calves and your shins,
Yeah.
and up through your knees, through your thighs, up through your fanny and through your hips, Feeling the whole pelvic floor like a beautiful bowl, divine feminine energy. And filling your spine and your second chakra, your lower organs, your upper organs. Feeling up through your rib cage and your lungs and your heart. And really granting your heart room to stretch and expand to hold even more love energy than you have thought possible.
Ja. Ja.
And allowing the energy to roll down your arms, your shoulders, into your hands. That everything you touch can have healing energy.
Ja.
And up through your neck, over your shoulders, up through your skull. Really filling in the back of the neck, and in your brain, your sinuses, your eyes and your ears, and just allow the energy to cascade over you like a giant fountain. And as it washes over you, it begins to repair the layers of your aura, any tears, any holes, any cracks, any crevices. Where your energy may be leaky or where other energy may be coming in uninvited, shoring up your personal bubble so you feel solidly you. And remember that the aura goes in front of you and behind you, on either side of you, above you and below you.
Ja.
And allow the energy to go through all the layers of your aura, the physical, the mental, the emotional, the spiritual, even through past lives and karma,
Ja.
bringing you peace and harmony
Ja.
and reconnecting you to infinite love and infinite light.
Ja.
And if there are any spaces or places within your body where you feel tightness, you feel sore, just allow the divine energy to be directed to that one space
Ja.
or the many spaces, and gently allow the energy to dissolve.
Ja.
Especially in back of your heart, in between the shoulder blades.
Ja. 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 Ja.
Now take a moment to allow any extra energy to go down through the ground, down through the roots, so that we send healing energy to the earth.
Ja.
Clearing her physical layer, her emotional layer, her mental layer, and her spiritual layer.
Ja.
And allowing the healing to happen within and around her as well.
Ja.
And we send healing energy out to anyone who has prayed for healing or assistance,
Yeah.
knowing that it is for the good of all and harm to none. So if they are not meant to receive healing, that it goes forward to someone else in need.
Yeah.
And now gently allow yourself to return to this moment, back fully into your body, feeling the weight of your muscles, the weight of your bones, the feeling of the clothes on your body. Notice the sounds around you, the smells,
Yeah.
and gently allow your meditation to dissolve. Welcome back. How you guys doing? It's very hot over here. Those who've been physically in the sanctuary here at Trinity Healing Sanctuary know that when we do big healing, it can get really warm in here. And it is warm at the moment. So thank you for being present for your own healing and being witness to other people who came and did their healing. Because when we come together as a group, we hold space for each other as well as for ourselves. And that is, I really thank you for being present for doing that. So if you would like a reading, just make sure to type in yes, please. I will scroll up. I try to do it in order that people ask because that's the only way I can keep track. So I'm going to start with Rob. And he asked for one for him and Julie. And you can always ask for a second person if there's more than one person there. So Rob, yours is the Ace of Angels. So aces are gifts from the divine. And this particular gift is the gift of wisdom. So you are being given by the divine ancient wisdom. This for me is a time when you are connected to spirit in a deep and profound way. You're ready to access deeper parts or fuller parts or brighter parts of yourself and of your consciousness. And this is a time to pay really close attention to all the little signs that you are getting because the divine is working very closely with you. And, you know, this particular deck, because the wisdom card, the ace, is with angels, you can call on your angels to show you the way. For myself, I often see white feathers when my angelic realm guides are at work. So I will find them. It's an indication that I'm heading the right way in my life and in my mission. So pay attention to that because that is at work for you. And for Julie, you have the 5 of Stars. So in this deck, the 5 of Stars is all about diversity. So this is one of those times, you know how the 5s can be. You're in between, you're at the seesaw teetering point, you know, between the positive and the negative of the deck. And so in the 5, it's like really allowing your energy to be open to more than one way. So what I'm seeing for you is we often get caught up in it's black or white. But in between black and white is this huge expanse of gray, all different shades of gray. So that, you know, the grays turn into white and then the white goes over through the grays until they get so dark they turn into black. And so this is like knowing that there is no, it's not a duality kind of situation. This is, you're in a period of infinite possibilities. And so really allowing yourself to connect to different people and different situations. You know, like one of the things that I'm hearing is like when somebody's going through healing work, like when I went through a bunch of healing that needed to happen for myself in the fall, I didn't have one person that I was working with. I worked with an energy healer. I worked with a goddess teacher to access my divine feminine. I worked with a therapist who did EFT tapping with me as well as therapy. I did a number of things for self-care. And so, you know, I worked with my regular doctor. I worked with a naturopath, as well as my spiritual team. So make sure that you are allowing yourself more diversity and all of your helpers, including your spiritual team. Try calling in some other help. We get stuck calling in the same, same four angels to help us out. And you've got like 6 goddesses sitting there ready to go to work for you, and you're not using them. So use a little bit of diversity in how you approach stuff. That's a good message for all of us. So I'm excited for that. All right, Jill, let's see what your card is. Oh, nice. Your card is the Queen of Stars. I don't know if you can see her. But the Queen of Stars she is the one who shines the light. She is the illuminator. So this is the very divine feminine energy. And you and I have had a discussion about masculine and feminine energy. So this is asking you to illuminate the divine feminine energy within you, because that is when you will shine most brightly. Many of us have blocked our feminine energy because we've seen it as being weaker, or too sensitive. So we've tried to like make our way through things, and and so we spent more time being like men, and getting it done, and not that there's anything wrong with that, but it brings our energy out of balance. So this is time for you to really shine that divine feminine in you, however that shines. And I'm hearing it's, you don't have to be girly to shine your divine feminine. I should put you in contact with Liz, who I hope is still here, because she is not, a girly goddess, but she's a powerhouse. And so that's the kind of energy that you want to tap into, because that will let you shine your light in your life and in your spiritual work too. So tap into that. All right, Cassandra. Thank you. I love this deck too. So your card is the 3 of Stars. And the 3 of Stars is all about visions. And what they mean by visions is it's time for you, like the Queen of Stars was shining her light. This is you tapping into your creations, your visions of your future and what you are meant to do or who you are meant to be. And so, I think of this as a time to kind of brainstorm and like meditate on what your next step is and how you're meant to do it. And give yourself permission to think outside the box and really, create reach goals. Like people are like, oh, well, I want a nice place to live. Well, that's great. But is there a particular kind of house you like that you want? Is there a particular car you want? Is it a color? Does it have this many bedrooms? Like really create a detailed vision of what you want in your life. And the more you can put all of your senses in it. So like, what does the spaghetti smell like when it's cooking in the kitchen that you want, right? So the more you can get a vision and clarity, the quicker you can bring it into your life. So you're in creation mode, girl, and it's about time to use it. All right, Liz. There's my powerhouse. So interesting, we're having a lot of stars tonight. So this is cool. So yours is the 7 of stars. And so the 7 of stars is faith. So this is a time for you, in your illumination of yourself, to really trust and have faith that everything is going to work out. When we doubt ourselves, when we doubt the universe, when we doubt the divine, we put the brakes on things happening for us and to us that are positive in our life. So this is the time to kind of like take the foot off the doubt brake and just trust that you are going the speed you're supposed to be. And I keep hearing, faith doesn't have to be praying. Faith is trust. And trust has been a difficult thing for a lot of us. People break our trust, and it makes it hard for us to truly believe in them or in ourselves. So this is a time for you to cut it out. Stop doubting yourself. Stop doubting your abilities. Stop doubting that the divine is supporting you in what you are meant to do, and really have faith. And the more you can surrender and allow, the more beautiful things that can happen for you. Woo! We're having quite a reading tonight. All right. Adrian. Jeez. So your card is a soul, one of the soul cards or the major arcana. This is the release card. She looks a little scary, I'm sure. So the release card is basically kind of what we were doing tonight, but this is what we're talking about on a soul level. As you are releasing, you are going through a metamorphosis. You are changing. You are emerging as a new version of you. And in this time, it may feel like things are, revving up or slowing down, and that it's just murky all around you. But remember that, from the mud comes the lotus, right? The lotus blooms, or from the cocoon emerges the butterfly. So you have to go through this gooey phase that you're of transformation, and you are in that, but on a soul level. This is like an upgrade for your soul. So again, like Liz's card, don't resist, just allow the change to happen. And it can feel uncomfortable, and it can be a little scary, but reach out to your spiritual team, reach out to your tribe. And if you don't have a tribe, reach out to, those of us here, because there's many of us who've gone through this stage many times, and, who can hold space for you as you're going through it. So allow yourself to release anything that no longer works in your life, because your soul is trying to evolve to a new level of energy. Woo! Go for it, Adrian. All right, Karen. All right. So your card, sweetheart, is the 5 of hearts. And so again, the 5s are in the middle of the deck. So they're like the teeter-totter between happy and sad, or good and bad, in the middle of the duality. In this deck, it can feel like sorrow. It can feel like grief. This is when you're so focused on what happened before, what's happened in the past. You're caught up in the old energy of the past, and you can't see what is happening beautifully and unfolding beautifully right in front of you. The don't cry over spilled milk. Or when you covet what somebody else has and you have something just as beautiful right in front of you. So really be aware of when your energy starts to move back into the past and the past patterns. Oh, well, I will never be, or I will never have, or this always happens to me. So if you hear yourself saying to yourself or to others, always, never, either of those two words, I always or I never, then you are in the past. So let that go, because you are creating that. So let any of the past energies stay in the past and go, oops, nope, check that. I'm creating something different. Okay? Because the sorrow is more about releasing what happened, and some of it's even, older than anything. And I know, yeah, I know you know what I'm talking about. All right, Nancy. Oh, very nice. So your card is the Knight of Angels, which may sound strange. But the Knight of Angels is the energy it's talked about as the Watcher card. So the Knight is really connected to all levels of spirituality. And this Knight is paying attention and looking for all the signs in every direction. And not in a vigilant way, but in a observation mode. So this is a time for you to be really paying attention to all the signs and the signals that you're getting. I'm getting the sensation that you're missing things that are, don't dismiss something as a coincidence. If it's happened more than once, it is not a coincidence. It is the divine synchronicity. So it's actually when you're in sync, when you get the message more than once. And honor that when it happens, because there's a lot of information that's coming your way and a lot of knowledge that is coming your way. And the only way you will get the knowledge is if you see it to receive it. So make sure you're paying attention to it. And it may come in any way, shape, or form. We get caught up in we're supposed to see it or we're supposed to hear it. And that is not how our guides always work. They work in all sorts of ways. It may be a song on the radio, or it may be a phrase that someone says to you at the grocery store. It may be a feather. It may be an animal. It could be anything. It can be numbers. I get a lot of messages in numbers too. So, really be watchful, because your guides are trying to communicate new information to you. Whew. All right. So Margaret is saying, yes, please. And she'll listen later. All right, Margaret, yours is the Queen of Angels. Okay. I love her. She's so pretty. And the Queen of Angels is you tapping into that divine connection with you, in you. And it's really connected to the divine feminine as well. And so the Queen of Angels carries a lot of love energy, a lot of compassion energy for you and for all those around you. Her heart is pink. And it is very clear that it is that universal heart energy. So you are holding that energy right now of sending love out in a beautiful way. And you are sort of shining your light for others to see, but it's your love light. It's your truth and your happiness light. So keep shining and being that. It's not being perfect, and it's not, being, good. It's being love. So this is all about you just being love. And you know how to do that really well. I'm hearing that really clearly. So make sure you do that. All right, Deborah. So yours is a soul card as well. It's one of the major arcana. So your card is called the Acceptance. Okay? And the key word in this deck is harmony. This is when you get to a place, and again, this is happening for you on a soul level, not in your physical life, but really on what your soul is working on, what part of the lesson your soul is working on. And it's being okay with who you are right in each and every moment. Accepting who you are, being at peace with that, not worrying about what anybody else thinks, not worrying about, what society thinks. It's just you being in balance within you. And sometimes when we're bringing ourselves into a state of harmony in ourselves, it can create disharmony with people around us because they like us being the way they want us to be. But it is time for you to just be centered in you and being okay that other people may not be okay with that. So this is all about acceptance on a self level. It also, when you are in that space, it allows you to accept other people for who they are without judging. And without trying to create them into who you want them to be. So it has that nice yin-yang harmony. So I hope that works for you. Hi, Constance. I'm glad you're here. How you doing? Just checking out. Neshi. Yes, my dear. Woo, nice. 8 of Stars. So the 8 of Stars is, it's this energy of like, you're having this surge. So it's like all of a sudden your tree is blooming. You know, like how one day everything's budding and the next thing everything is in bloom. Or like with flowers, like you see the bud and then all of a sudden everything's wide open. So that creates this surge of energy through the tree. And so the tree, think of your chakras as the tree trunk, and it's allowing you to explode and surge energetically. That's also a huge time for abundance. It can be, literally like financially, but it can be a surge of ideas and a surge of creativity and a surge in your relationships and friendships. And it's that like blossoming. You've gone through all of this cleansing and purging, and now you're going into bloom. So woo, I love that card for you. All right, Mary Ellen. All right, sweetheart. Yours is the 6 of Angels. That beautiful blue color angel. And this card is all about you're in a period of transition. So in the transition energy, just really connect with your sense of the divine. You can connect with your angels. But know that this is not, you're not stuck. This is not a permanent state of being. You are moving through some energy, and you may feel like it's a hard place to be in. But this is really a time of change for you. It may not be visible on the outside. It is definitely visible on the inside, is what I'm hearing. So really allow yourself permission to go through the transition, and don't worry about it being pretty. Change can, when you clean your closet out, for instance, you got to take everything out of the closet to clean it well, right? And you make a huge mess, right? Before you get to throwing stuff out and getting rid of things that don't work. And then you have this gorgeous, neat closet that feels good, right? But you've got to go through that messy transition phase. So allow yourself to clean your energetic closet and go through this transition. And the more active and proactive you are in the clearing, the more quickly you will transition from the stuck energy into the new energy. And the full moon is a great time to purge. If you can do whatever purging you need to do before the next the new moon in 2 weeks, that would be great for you. Jessica. All right. Your card is the Queen of Trees. And again, the Queen is the divine feminine energy related to this. And this is the nurturer card. This is that you are the foundation. You are the tree. You are the roots of your family, of your tribe, really. And you have taken on the role of nurturer in the divine feminine sense. So you're kind of the mama bear for everyone. But remember, in the nurturing of others is the nurturing of self. And so you can't give to them when you are depleted. So make sure that you are filling yourself up daily. Daily, your guides are saying really loud, because you really give a lot. And in that giving stage, you can just get burnt out and run down, and then you have nothing to give to yourself, let alone anyone else. And you really are the rock and the foundation for your group, in your family. So this is you stepping into that beautiful queen energy. And remember that a queen has other people she can count on to do what she needs done. You don't have to do it all yourself. Okay? So make sure you call on other people in your team to help you. Deborah.
Yeah.
Yours is the Four of Stars. So the Four of Stars is about advancement. So this is like a balanced state of shining your light energy. And advancement can mean literally that, a promotion. But it also can be a step forward on your spiritual path. It can be a step forward in your relationship. You're probably feeling energy like you're about to take a big step. So if it feels like this big, scary step, just know that it is moving forward. It is advancing you. It is not a step backward. You are in forward motion. And when we take that step forward, it opens more doorways and more gateways for us to have and be even more in our lives. So this is a great card because you're really in balance. And that allows space for you to shine even brighter as you are marching your energy forward. So great card. Love that for you. Connie. All right. Ooh, soul card for you, Miss Connie. So this one it's kind of hard to see. It's the universe. And this is all about expansion. You are literally not just becoming a star in the galaxy, but you are starting to become the galaxy and the universe. So you aren't just shining one little light. You are shining for many, many people. And in the soul energy, you're radiating that out so that others can see it, others can feel it, get inspired by you, which we all are, because Connie is one of the beautiful show hosts here on Star Nations. So really, you want to give yourself, a moment to know that what you are doing and how you are being is really inspiring and affecting other people. It's allowing other people to shine their own light in the universe as well. So thank you for that, because that is such a beautiful card. And this is a time where you get to, just keep stretching yourself as much as you want to, because there is no end to our ability to expand. Woo, shivers on that one. Very cool. Nice. So Jill said, yes, please. Miracle. I felt and accepted the divine feminine and I wasn't repulsed. Yes. Very good. So Jessica said, me and my other Chris. I'm assuming. So Jessica, if you're still here, if there's somebody named Chris who would like a card, then let me know because I'm not quite sure what that means. So Robin. 6 of Stars. So again, another star card. We've gotten almost all of the star deck. So the 6 of Stars is when you are in a moment of success. And you can kind of stand in your light and shine it. You know, it is okay for you to be proud of what you've accomplished. And it is okay for you to feel good about everything that is going on for you. I'm just seeing like, you know, people praising you and accolades. And sometimes we aren't willing to accept that. You know, you are shining your star and in a way that is inspiring to other people. So you're kind of like Connie, but, you know, really allow yourself to sit in your success. There is nothing wrong with that. And let other people do it too, because when you can be successful and happy about it, you allow other people to be happy about it. We often get caught up in, you know, we make ourselves smaller by just sort of downplaying, oh, it was nothing. No, it was something. And you get to shine in this moment. So let yourself shine. Because I've got this grandmother figure who's kind of like, you get to shine. Let yourself shine. So let your light out. I'm not sure what you're asking about, Rob, so you'll have to ask me later. The meditation was great. Yes. Card is interesting. Great. I'm just catching up just to make sure that we're all here. Taylor, did I draw one for you? I don't think I drew one for you, but if I did, well, you're getting a second card. So here is the King of Trees. I love how some of these kind of look like Jesus. I don't know, or how I see Jesus sometimes. So the King of Trees is you are the architect of your own life. You get to build it. You get to create it. And the king energy is the ruler of the kingdom. It is not the queen. So this has a little more divine masculine energy to it. But sometimes we need to put on our big boy pants. And we need to do things in a very precise way. I'm seeing sort of the knowledgeable achiever energy, which is, you know, you need a plan and you need to know the steps so that you can get to where you're going. You don't do well without a set of plans. So if you have an idea of where you want to be, then start taking bite-sized chunks backwards to where you are now to be able to help create that. Because the architect is literally hands-on building. And this is really a sturdy energy for you. It's got a lot of tree energy. It's very grounded. It's very rooted. But you are the ruler of your own kingdom. You are the creator of your own universe. So tap into that and use that step-by-step system. There's a lot of knowledge in this and a lot of connection. Minnie. Nice to see you, Minnie. So yours is the 10 of Stars. And this is interesting because in this deck, the 10 of Stars is about hoarding energy. So hoarding energy happens when we hold on to something in our lives because we're afraid of letting it go. We're afraid of losing. We're afraid of needing it later. And when we hoard, we don't allow space for the universe to bring us something else bigger and better. So sometimes we hold on to old friendships. Sometimes we hold on to our money, because we're worried about we might need it. There are a lot of old timers and some young timers too, who would hold on to things in their lives just in case we need it someday. And that's when you don't believe that a newer, better version could be brought to you. So this is just having you take a look at what you might be holding on to too tightly. And if it's a person or a friendship or something like that, sometimes giving them, when we hold on too tightly, they feel smothered. And when they feel smothered, they're just kicking and screaming. So when we can give them a little breathing space, then sometimes we create an even better friendship or a better relationship out of it. So this is kind of a leap of faith energy. So just allow yourself to release and see what happens, because holding on to this old energy is not helping you right now. It's really time for you to kind of let go and let God, right? Let God do it. Or however the divine do it. But yeah, that's one of those things that we happen. Christine. All right, Christine, you are the 8 of Angels. Beautiful card for you. So the 8 of Angels, it is the confusion card. So that may sound strange that I said it was beautiful. But this is when we are halfway in a situation and halfway out. So I don't know if you can see that the angel is, it's probably you can't. The angel is half in the water and half out. And so in that state, it's like, are you in or are you out? Especially emotionally. So when we're in that teeter-totter situation, we can feel confused. We can be getting mixed messages from other people. But the reason why this is a beautiful card is because even though there's all of this swirling energy, spinning, head spinning, difficulty sleeping, maybe even, this is you really getting back into your feeling rather than your thinking. When we try to think our way through, we try to make things happen in our lives, and that doesn't work. When we feel our way through situations and we go back into that water energy and we allow our feelings to guide us, our intuition to guide us, then things start to happen with flow. So right now you're in this state where you're going from the spinning of the head and the worrying and the what ifs, and you're tapping back into your true feelings. So to release the confusion, focus more on the feeling, how you are feeling in each moment, rather than what you are thinking. Because then you allow things to happen for you rather than trying to make them happen. Because when we try to make them happen, we put it in a little narrow, tiny little box, and the universe can provide us with so much more than that. There's infinite possibilities. So when we're trying to make it happen, there's usually only one way. So you're really missing out on all of those other ways that something could happen. So that's where the confusion comes in. And if you are having trouble sleeping, try some lavender, because that will help calm that spinning energy in the head. So Neshi said, I love that card for me too. 8 of Stars. I'm ready for the blooming and tapping into the energy of all my chakras. I hear Celebrate by Cool in the Break. Celebrate good times. Come on. Yes. Perfect for that. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Adrian says, thank you. On target. Confirmation or repeat of encouragement I received earlier tonight. The mud image is 100% on target. This past week had been in and covered by the mud. Yep. I can even feel the sigh, Adrian. Yes. Good job. Ah, great, Minnie. I'm glad that the leap of faith is right on. Let go. Yes, go for it. All right, you guys, if you are watching this after the show is done, you can still type yes, please into the comments on the Chakra Sessions page, because I pay attention to that, that page. You know, that's kind of my baby connected to Star Nations. And that I will, you know, get a reading out to you in writing if you want one. And I wanted to say thank you for everybody for coming tonight. This is kind of my pre-birthday celebration. Tomorrow is my birthday, so I'm excited to have the day. And I will be here next week at the same time at 7 p.m. for Soul Connections. And for those of you who would like some information about chakras and about healing, on Tuesdays at noon, I do chakra sessions, and that also has a healing meditation. But this week coming up, it will be geared toward our throat chakra and being able to speak our authentic truth. How many of us need that? Be able to open up our voice and say what we need to say. So with that, oh, thank you, Rob. Thank you for the happy birthday. I appreciate that. With that, you guys, I'm going to say have a good night and a great week. And I will see you next time. And believe it or not, you will see me next week from a different location. So I will see you then. All right. Have a great one. Bye, guys.